Alright, y'all, so I know it's been a while, but I had to come to y'all and talk about the shit we do for love. So, this isn't your typical review, which is why you don't see the pink wall. Things are about to change over here, honey. This show was given what it was given, and now that we are at the reunion, let's give it what we got.
I'm the type of girl you call wifey. Yeah.
What does the cat do?
Meow.
This is blueberry pomegranate juice mixed with glorious blueberry margarita mix. Yes, God. No, what I'm going to do is since the season is over, I'm going to just run down the characters and what I think about them. Travis, let's start with you. Because, baby, you half-ass like me, so let's get you on out the way. You can't get mad at people for assuming that you rented a boyfriend if that's what they believe. You know, you just can't get upset with people. And the fact that you had an issue with D'Angelo, like, you should have stood up for me, lets me know that it means something to you what this group thinks. Because if it didn't, they could be like, y'all are both full-on escorts, and it wouldn't mean a damn thing to you because you're happy. Now, D'Angelo, okay, let's back up. Travis, you wanted to play semantics. You kept saying, I never called him my boyfriend. I never called him my boyfriend. I never called him my boyfriend. I said we was dating. But you kept referring to him as your man. So if we take the semantics out of it, you were presenting this man to be your partner, the one you were in a relationship with. Yeah, you never said the word boyfriend, but you kept referring to him as your man. And unless we talking about a nigga we just like, that don't know we like him, if we refer to a man as our man, he is our motherfucking nigga. Period. Now, with that being said, D'Angelo, baby, you started all of this. So when you ask Travis, how can I defend you? How can I stand up for you? There is no possible way. Because if there was, this is how it would go down. Oh, girl, you heard one person saying this now. Oh, girl, you heard Travis with his boyfriend. Oh, no, you will not do my friend like that. And how dare you talk about him like that? That is my friend. And you will not talk about you see how stupid that looks? You can't defend yourself against the person who started the rumor because you are the person who started the rumor. You brought it to the group. So, no, ma'am. Everybody's trying to turn this around on Noelle. And yes, the bitch was messy, but who ain't? And Rob, girl, how dare you? If you got all this vitriol for Noelle, where is it for the girl you sit next to? I don't understand. You sit up there looking like Joan Clayton sitting next to Lynn Searcy, and y'all can't come together and realize that, bitch, you wrong too? Noelle would have nothing to spread. If he wouldn't have started... If he would have never brought this shit to the group, Noelle would have nothing to run back to Travis. Noelle took everything he had heard and simply laid it at the feet of Travis. That's what happened. And everybody is mad. I think what really went down, Rah-Rah, is that you mad that the shit that y'all was talking about, the shit y'all do for fame, came back to the person y'all was talking about. Y'all supposed to have a loyalty to him. That's what I think is the problem. Because why else would you be upset? Never once. Yeah, you wasn't involved. Timmy tried to throw your name in it and said that he got the rumor for you, whatever. You were never involved. But you also never got your lips open to say, D'Angelo, you need to shut the fuck up. This is our friend you talking about. No, ma'am, slow down. Because you moving way too... You never said anything. You let D'Angelo dig himself into a grave and then got mad at Noelle for carrying a bone. What? Huh? That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. And Noelle, I'm so glad you took accountability, but bitch, you were a little bit too, like, lenient with these girls. They were, especially Rah-Rah. Rah-Rah came to try your nerves, and bitch, you just let her. And I'm just like, how? How? How you gonna let a bitch in a blouse from Kohl's talk shit about you at a motherfucking reunion? I don't understand. Especially with you being as vocal as you are. No, ma'am. Shut that shit all the way down. You was on the phone in the scene, in the show, talking about, girl, I will go to 10, I will bush. Well, girl, we need to see see some goddamn action because Rara is pulling your motherfucking card. And Rara, where was all of this during the show? You were really, yeah, you had things to say, but you wasn't like, bitch this and bitch, like, you are really angry at Noel, and I'm trying to figure out why. People think I just ride for Noel because he's a Leo. Yes, of course. But I see where he's coming from. It's like, girl, why are y'all mad at me? And I didn't even start this shit. Yes, I was being messy, but who on this cast ain't? And I'm not just talking about as it pertains to the storyline of the shit we do for love. In general, we didn't all carry the bone. We didn't all oohed and awed and ran back and told our friends some tea. Bitch, we all had these moments. So just because Noel's is documented, y'all want to just, girl, please. Girl, please. Now, I'm not going to skate by. Noel, you was doing a hell of a lot this season, and a lot of it was unnecessary, girl. You could have left that shit at home. But it's a show. And like he said in the scene with the park, we got work to do. You came 15 minutes before this shit was over. Obviously, you came to work. You didn't come to play. Who else? D'Angelo. I got you out the way. Cause really the whole show was about Travis and his Renaissance boyfriend. Like, this is all the show was about. Like, y'all had dates here and there. Y'all had alternative storylines. But the main getcha yaya gumbo was Travis and Miss Leon. Let me say this. Before I move on, I am so happy that this show depicted who was doing what. Everybody ain't know this and know that, and I do this and I. Everybody up in that bitch said I have a 9 to 5. D'Angelo is collecting unemployment and he get his PPP loans, but that's his business. Everybody else is working. And I'm happy to see, girl, here's the relatability right here. Yeah, we may all be fabulous when we get off, but we all gotta clock in somewhere to get our coin, hallelujah. Now, Damien, so glad that the host with his cute self calls you out on not addressing Noel. He's talking about your friends. You just quiet as him. I said, And no, ma'am, this is not how this works. You could have checked him right there in the moment to let him know, now, girl. We not supposed. So that way you could have nipped all that shit in the bud, because Noel ended up having an issue with D'Angelo and Rara because you didn't settle it. Not to say it was your place to settle it, but because he brought it to you, go ahead and cut it off at the root right there. Other than that, you really didn't have a place. I'm glad we saw your line be launched. And now between you and me, a little birdie had told me that the launch was in a different apartment than the apartment you had invited Noel to. And he need answers. The person who had told me. But we gonna leave it alone. I would have loved, well, you just an out of the way type of person. You kind of show up like, bitch, I loved when they was at that little brunch and Tim here ordered that toast. And bitch, you said, bitch, I gotta go. I gotta go get my hair cut and I will be back. Cause bitch, I'm not finna miss no hair appointment for y'all girls. I'm not finna twirl with y'all with the cuckoo bugs and my kitchen looking the way it's looking. No ma'am, I'm finna go get this shit taped up and I will be back in a 1-2. Also in that scene, baby Noel, you get the D that award because bitch, you performed like no other. From tripping over that plant to snatching your wig off to stumping off and then coming back. Girl, you had me rolling in that entire scene. And then when Travis came over there and just sprayed the pepper spray in the air and Tyvon got the goddamn gust of it, like that was just too much for me. It was too much, but it was just enough. Tyvon, I liked you this entire season. I really did. The only thing I wasn't with, and YB can back me up, well, I'm backing YB up on this because he came to me with the idea. All that wax you had over Noel's house, no ma'am, you would have had a scraper, a butter knife or something, you would have been scraping all that shit the fuck up. Because no ma'am. What you not gonna do is come to my house where I invited you to. You take one of my good candles, my Bath and Body Works candles, bitch, and you slang it all over my apartment and get waxed everywhere, and then you want to go out to make the piece? No, ma'am. You finna pick up the pieces right here, and then you can go out and you can do what you need to do. But you need to handle what's at home base, baby, and that's this wax. Now, all season long, the girls want to come for your fashions. I was not one of them because I understand the assignment, and your assignment was to dress how you feel. If you like vintage fashions, girl, that's your thing. You did it. I thought you looked cute. I love the oversized looks. I love the sweaters. I love the this and I love the that. I even love the monochromatic look you had when you went out on that date with homeboy. Like, I liked your looks. I wouldn't choose to wear them, but I like it for you. The girls just was not seeing it for your fashions. Now, what I will say is, as far as fashions, D'Angelo, you always came through. Damien, you always did a twinge too much. Like, it was cute if you would have took away maybe 3 items. Like, if you would have, like, got dressed and then snatch, it would have did it for me. But it was like you had a complete outfit on and was like, you know what? Let's fuck it up. And you just added more. Rah-rah. Girl, you in love, and that's all you cared about this season. You were so in love that you wanted your hair to look like your man's. I mean, girl, it was a flip. It was a stretch. Like, I know when I do my faux locks, it's a stretch, but girl, you literally went from Jada Pinkett in Low Down Dirty Chain to Whoopi Goldberg. And it was just like, it was a huge stretch, and it just took some getting used to. And then, I don't really like the twisty dreads. I like the actual locks. And, yeah. But, I mean, it was cute or whatever. Y'all was looking like the Double Man twins, loving and hugging on each other. It was real cute. He a top for real. And he brought the bottom right out of your ass, raw girl. And let me just say, don't get mad at YB for the clip of you doing all of this, because I had sent that to him. I thought he was in love with you, girl, and I just wanted him to know, you know, that you was part Chickasaw. Because you was the only chick I had saw in that room when you was doing your ones and your twos, girl. You was Gone with the Wind fabulous. And I loved it. I just wanted to inform my friend that this is what he get into, because he is not really in to the females. And I wanted him to know that should he lay down with you, you may roll over like Ricky did Pray Tell and say, my turn. I wanted him to not be surprised. Timmy. Your importance on this show was about as small as your lips. Like, it just was outside of the rumor that you started but didn't start. Like, we still don't know if it came from you, because Travis said that you told him that it came from you, but you denied it to his face, so I don't know what to believe at this point. And then you get in scenes that you make sure Ra is not present in to say that, well, girl, I heard it from Ra. Is he looking? Okay, I heard it from Ra. But we just not gonna tell him that. So I don't know where the story originated from. That's why I always kind of look at Ra like this, because everybody wants to say Ra is a loyal friend, but Timmy is sitting up here saying that it came from Ra. So girl, what's tea? Like, what's the truth? I also love how Tyvon brought truth to awareness, bitch. We all know that you weren't at the top that you proclaim to be. That's why you wasn't really feeling Tyvon, because once you saw that he too was about him, you knew that the only thing y'all could do was bump pocketbooks, and that was not gonna work for you. You are not a lesbian, and you don't like the double-sided dildo that you could do with your girlfriends. You don't want that. You need a man, honey. You need a good man, Savannah. And it wasn't Tyvon, because she too need a good man. But did you have to take Tyvon's? That's what I wasn't understanding. Did you? And y'all need to, for the 3rd season, cast the bitch with the New Orleans accent. I like her just about more than I like anybody on the cast. Every time I see her, I'm like, bitch, we need more. Hashtag I need more of you. Now, back to what I was saying. Timmy, you knew for a fact that after you and Tyvon didn't work out, Tyvon had went to Michelle, whatever his name is, and, you know, that was a thing. Next thing I know, y'all sitting down at a hibachi grill, and nowhere to let it slip out that you fucking Michelle. Why? It's Atlanta. Every person with a dick is gay in Atlanta. Why would you go after somebody else's man? Somebody that you know. Somebody that you hung out with and are in groups with occasionally, girl. Why would you do that? Why? And Noelle, if you set that up, you a shitty ass individual for that, because you knew that your friend was get ya gumbo in with goddamn Tyvon. You knew that. But that was really all I got from this show. I don't know if I'm gonna come back and talk about part 2 of the reunion, because as y'all can see, this was not a review of part 1. So just in case I don't, let's talk about the fashions. Noelle, I liked your look. I thought the gloves were classic. You were giving, everybody channeled somebody. You were giving Donna Summers. Damon, you was definitely giving X-Men. I think Noelle and Damon's outfit were performance costume outfits. Like, I think, well, costume outfits is the same thing, but I think those were performance costumes. I think if you were gonna perform a show, honey, if you was gonna give us a mean, nasty performance at the Grammys, you would wear something like that. I think Noelle had something that Kelly would wear. I think Damien had something that Beyonce would wear if she sung If I Were a Boy Again. You know, like, Tyvon, you gave what needed to be gave. You stayed within the genre of the fashions you like to choose from. You stayed within that decade, and I was here for it. Timmy, what in the Z Kitty 85 Beta shit did you have on, bitch? Like, blue and yellow is not cute colors together. And no shade to the fraternity or sorority that has those colors. No shade to y'all at all. And also no shade to the Zetas. I know a lot of Zetas, and y'all are some badass bitches. I just, blue and white or blue and yellow, blue and silver are just not really my combination of colors. Yeah. No. Just like the Q dogs. Purple and gold. Ugh. Like, I know. Now, Q dogs, I really do love y'all. I just threw that in there so the Z Kitties wouldn't feel like I singled them out. Like I said, Rara, you showed up looking like John Clayton. It seemed like you and D'Angelo got on the phone and said, girl, let's channel some celebrity. You know what? Fuck that. Let's channel our favorite show. Girlfriends. Like, you be Joan and I be Lynn. And that's what y'all showed up as. Like, I don't understand. What would you go? It was a blouse with a bow on the side. Like, I think, I don't know if it was that with the combination of the leather pants. I just don't know. Maybe it was just the wrong combination for the reunion. That was a small office space too. YB, that was not somebody's house. You can clearly see office spaces on the other side of the sidewalk. But that was a really tight space. And I think what threw everybody off was just the furniture choice. Y'all could have really dressed that office space up, but the furniture choice was just atrocious. And was that a straw seat the host was sitting in? Girl, where did y'all get that from? Goodwill? Like, do people even still sell straw seats? Girl, that is so early 90s. Travis, at first I didn't have a problem with your outfit because I felt like it was in the vein of what you always do. I feel like, oh, child, it was better than that jumpsuit Reese had on. But when I found out that it tied on the side like a maternity shirt, I said, no, ma'am, that's what we not gonna do. Okay, this is giving JCPenney's. This is giving Kelly Price. And I wasn't really feeling it, but I mean, that was your thing. I think your wife dressed better than you did. I think Leon came out with his hair pinned up with his Leon Cosmetics, and he really just liked the girls. I think he really came to slay the girls. Like, he knew the girls was talking about him, and he said, bitch, I came to slay. And that was it. Oh, let me throw this in there. With two of the biggest bitches on the show, and I mean big in just stature. Travis is over 200 pounds, over 6 feet tall. Noelle, I know, is standing at or above 6 feet, and you chose a member of the fucking Lollipop Guild to try to come up there in a bulletproof vest and stop y'all. What was she gonna do other than get stomped? Girl, no ma'am. No ma'am. That was a joke. A complete joke. But y'all, that's what this was giving me. It was cute. It gave what it gave, so I gave it what I had. Make sure you are liking, commenting, and subscribing, and that your notifications are on, girl. Same place, same time.